Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Colorado State Rams offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense. These littler guys, they are so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Rams will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So Pittsburgh's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Taking a shot on the first play. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, going up top. They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Panthers. What a grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The give from the gun. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. Sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He's got him in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And the Rams send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings, try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Nifty little dance step. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. They go to the ground. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Rams are rolling down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's a
going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Colorado State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oregon State is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 20 over San Jose State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Give to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's caught! Touchdown, Panthers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Balls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Rams! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown. touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score in every possession. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking left. Hauls it in. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Hit right back to the line. They're going to run it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Pitt! And they take it in for 6 more points. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rams will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think that
All kinds of running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's got it on the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turns it on in midfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Line getting set on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And he makes the catch at the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 28 over the Sharks. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking to throw on second down. Snags it over the middle. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Rams will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense showing blitz here. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a...
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Colorado State. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Colorado State, 21.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
The last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Quarterback will keep it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Going up top on first down. Coming after it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves.
Reels it in down the left side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Panthers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Colorado State, 24.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. It's a draw. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. The Rams decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Pitt.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And he tacks on the extra point. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Looking to throw it again. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
He's going to pass on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense. And
46 yards.
to put this thing away. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Snap in the shotgun. Quick completion on the out route. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Pittsburgh trying to put a touchdown on the board in this red zone trip. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game, get some 1st downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Trying to surge it in. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
56, Colorado State, 24.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.